Hello, guys. It's another episode of the Revolutionary Talk. I miss you so very much. I miss interacting with you. I miss your comments. As I always say, I thank God for me. I thank God for you, because if not for the life He's giving us, I wouldn't be sitting here doing this, and you wouldn't also be able to listen to me. So I thank God so very much for this. And like I always say, may the Holy Spirit minister to you. May the Spirit of God reach the core of your being. And where there is a need and a seeking for this in your soul, may God plant it there. On the journey of walking, still on the journey of walking in a relationship and intimacy with God, I want us to talk about this message. So naturally, we are all born with a yearning to be loved and also to love. It is something that comes naturally. It is something that is within us, and we tend to want that right from the moment we are born, even with our mental capabilities not formed for us to think, process, analyze, and come to the conclusion that, oh, I need to be loved. Right from when we are born, we have that yearning. And statistics will agree with me when I say that babies, when they receive love from their parents and they are well attended to by their parents, they tend to grow and then they tend to be emotionally healthy, let me put it that way. They tend to express acts of love when they grow up, and they tend to express their emotions in a healthy manner. Yes. Lack of love breeds lack of self-worth, because you tend to interpret what you are receiving, the lack of love you are getting, as there's something wrong with me, that's why I'm not being loved or I'm not receiving love. And one thing I have personally observed is that the reason why people tend to harm themselves and also harm others in the process, one major influencing factor is lack of love. If you engage or interact with people who indulge in social vices, crimes, killings, robbery, and the likes, one thing that is consistent in their stories, when you check their backgrounds, is that they suffered abuse, one form of abuse or the other, or they are coming from broken homes. That is what lack of love can do. Now, as we grow and during our teenage, early adulthood, as we mature, we grow, we mature, this natural yearning for love grows into a sense of belonging. You would want to share your life with somebody. You'd want to have somebody in your life. And the world has a passionate and intimate way of calling this falling in love. We've seen it in movies, we've seen it in telenovelas, and it is so nice, and would want to enjoy that form of love. Me, for instance, when I was 18, 19 years, when I thought to myself, well, I think it is time, I'm of age to be in a relationship. That was what I thought then. My first relationship, when the relationship ended, one thing I realized was that I was in love with being in love. I had actually fallen in love with falling in love, not because I really wanted to be with this person. I'm being very honest. No hard feelings. Yes, I was in love with the feeling, and I wanted to, unconsciously, I wanted to experience it, not because, I really wanted to be in a relationship, or I really wanted to be with this person. So after 3 unsuccessful relationships, I was in a place of distress. I went to God in prayer, and I was very, very sincere. I was so sincere, because I was coming from a place of groaning, deep distress. I asked God, why are my relationships not working? And what I heard from God, it was one of the times that I heard God very audibly. God said to me, you go about building a relationship with all these guys. What about me? I had mixed feelings. I said, God, people even say I'm doing the God thing too much. So, I mean, what are you saying? And then God said to me, deep inside of you, you know that there is a lot lacking when it comes to my relationship with you. And it was true, because deep inside of me, I knew that there was more that needed to be done with my relationship with God than meets the eye. So in that very instant, I remember very well, I was kneeling down in my room. I made that decision that I was going to make room for two in my life, for me and God, because I wanted answers about God and his relation to my life. I wanted answers. I was desperate. In that moment of desperation, I decided that it was just going to be God and me. Genesis chapter 1 verse 1, very popular quotation. In the beginning, God. In the beginning of life's pursuits, God. In the beginning of career, purpose, establishing yourself, God. And I must say, I really love how children of God are beginning to realize that we need to actually seek the face of God. Now people don't decide and take it to God. People ask God, people seek the face of God to direct them. Which path should I take with regards to career, with regards to purpose, with regards to establishing myself? In the beginning of your social life, God. In the beginning of family, God. And today, I want to contribute to your long list of beginnings, that in the beginning of your yearning for love, in the beginning of developing your sense of belonging, in the beginning of wanting to share your life with somebody, in the beginning of wanting to share love with somebody, in the beginning of understanding your emotions and interpreting your emotions, why you react to certain things the way you react. In the nutshell, in the beginning of falling in love, as the word puts it, God. Fall in love with God. My name is Anna, and this is the Revolutionary Talk. And yes, I thank God that I have resumed. I am back, and God willing, next week we are going to continue with the second part of the message I've titled Falling in Love with God. Have a blessed week. God be with you, and bye.